I'm talking about what it was like at my middle school and high school to an extent. Now I want to explain how the schools were named. My middle school was General Forest Middle School, as in General Nathan Bedford Forrest. If you've ever seen Forrest Gump, that was what he was named for. And allegedly, he was the founder of the Klan. Or the founder. I don't know how true that is. I don't think it's true. He might have been in it. But they didn't really tell us that part of his story. They represented him as this great thing. Like he was this wonderful Confederate general that was everything you could want to be in a man. And anyway, the story, and I don't know, there's been some argument over it, but they always tell this story. He was trying to get North to beat those damn Yankees in the War of Northern Aggression, and he needed to cross a creek. And they found a girl nearby named Emma Sansom to point him in the right direction. And she showed him, hey, you cross the creek there. Cool, well, I'll be gone. And they named a high school after her. I was talking to my sister the other day. I said, I don't really understand why she gets a high school when all she did was point. Well, she said, well, she helped. I said, help with what? Did they go on, did the Confederacy go on to win the Civil War because she pointed? But I ended up learning later on, she didn't do anything bad. She just pointed, and they said, you know what, she needs a high school named after her. And she got a high school, and there's a statue of her pointing. And she's become important in the city I grew up with ever since, which, you ask me, she didn't really do anything. But a little more on Forrest. As it turns out, he was a raider and a pirate. He was like burning down houses, stealing shit, just raping and pillaging. He was pretty much horrible. But they named a middle school after him. And I think they figured out that it kind of wasn't a good idea to keep that as a middle school, because eventually after they consolidated schools, they stopped using his name and made it Emma Sansom Middle School. You ask me, that's what it should have been to begin with, because Forrest was the general, but maybe they frowned upon using Confederate generals. I don't know. But that was the name they used, and I don't know why. But personally, I still think she didn't do that much other than point. But by God, you had to point when I was in high school to the alma mater for that Sansom High.